Hey, Poetry Live. How are you all doing there in your isolation bubbles? I want to read to you a poem tonight that I wrote back in 2001. It was not long after 9/11 happened, actually. It was also not long after I'd come back from a meditation retreat in America that I'd been on for 10 months in a community-like setting, training to teach a type of meditation called Ascension. This poem's called We Are All Space, and it just seems strangely relevant to the times that we're in at the moment. We are all space. We are all space, yet we identify with matter. We imprison ourselves in bodies, in houses that contain bodies, in cities that contain houses, in ideas. We are infinitely big, yet we pretend we are finite and small. We put walls up, we believe in false constructs, we limit and confine ourselves, we allow ourselves to be contained, managed like a disease. We are all nothing. Yet we like to pretend we are something. We like to pretend we are better or worse, richer or poorer, bigger or smaller. We like to compare, compete, to fight like animals. We are all together, yet we pretend we are all apart. We like to believe in loneliness. We like to believe in separation. We like to ignore, to shut out, to cut off, to hide. We own nothing and have everything. Yet we are always wanting more. We are constantly staking claim to what we believe is ours. We like to grasp, clutch, cling. We like to confine and define space into territory. We then fight legal battles and even wars over this territory as if it belonged to us. We are all one. Yet we like to believe we are divided. We like to believe we are many. We like to believe we are different. We like to highlight those differences by the colour of skin and hair, by the clothes we wear, the way we speak, the money we think we own, by our religions. We live in the present, yet we like to hold on to the past and carry it around with us like a snail carries its shell on its back. We tune out curriculum vitae to try and prove what we have done in this past as if it all means something, and then judge other people on what they have done rather than looking at them as who they are, pure, perfect, and complete with infinite potential. We are all love, yet we like to hide our true nature, to cover it up. We like to live in fear. We like to live in hatred, anger, pain, suffering. We like to condescend, to criticize. We like to pretend we are what we are not. We are immortal, yet we like to believe in death. We like to believe in time and aging and in disease. We like to cram as much into as short a time as possible, as if we don't have enough of it, as if our life depends on it, forgetting that by living like this we age quicker and speed time up, which if we didn't believe in, we could live forever, because one moment would last forever and it would be now, and there would be no need for years, for months, days, hours, minutes, seconds, because life would be continuous rather than all broken up. It would flow rather than be disjointed, and we would not need to plan for the future nor think about the past, as there would be none. There would just be one continuous now moment in which we could do anything. We are so big, and yet we play so small, and there is a little hand reaching up, crying out, asking, yearning for the answer, why? And it is your hand, and it is my hand, and it is the child's hand, and it is the parent's hand, and it is the clock's hand, and it is the hand of choice. Because in every moment we have that choice to live as we have been living, or to create a new future filled with bliss and love, where time does not matter and nothing is of consequence. Because the importance we place on things is only the importance we place on things. And when nothing is of importance, then everything is of importance. Then everything is equal. And when everything is equal, all is one. And where all is one, there is unity, there is harmony, and there is balance. And when things are in balance, there is health and joy, and there is bliss, and there is love, and there is freedom. And it is freedom that we all ache for. It is freedom that we long for, yearn for. In the deep depths of our heart, your heart, my heart, every human heart aches for freedom, aches for the freedom to roam in that space again, to move in that space again, to dance, to sing, to run and jump in that space again. That space which we are all seeking to return to, that space which we are all seeking to remember, that space which we have never ever really been apart from, that space which is and always has been there, watching, waiting for us to open our eyes and see. Open our eyes and see that that space is who we truly are. And with that space, we can do anything we want. And in that space, we can dream any dream, create any vision, and dare I say it, build even heaven in. Oh yes, my friends, because we are all space. Just one final addition. We are actually 99.99999% space. And so that was one of the thoughts that triggered that poem. A friend of mine was looking out into the universe and noticing from his deck and saying there was also way much more space out there than there was matter, and that was something that kind of triggered that poem. So that's my little korero for today. Hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Thanks for joining us.
This orange shuns fruit bowls, prefers the cuddles of fireside fingers on grey chill days, loves bobbing about in a Peugeot's roof rack, cruising Rome's ancient streets, watching the bounce of brunette breasts tickling shadows in the slant of sun, or rolling alleyways blind in a rush to see, to float in ink-blue currents to distant trees, hit a New York dawn, smell the wake of light from a troubled night of broken, sniff bustle on the sidewalks of hustle, loves riding the metro to the Arctic Circle, purring in the folds of polar bear fleece, hanging with penguins and barking seals, wants to storm a path to the vaults of museums, inhale the stunning of exquisite masterpieces, of back then what was, dreams of falling into a nest of candy floss, of dancing Tokyo's neon lights, pulsing the air, pumping the night, of ending its days in tropical soils, life lived well despite troubles and toils, peel softening, relenting to time, no regrets, content to die. This orange knows what it wants beneath the curves of monuments. a clarity sensed in slithers of passing eye, in threads weaving wafer bonds midst earthen decays, to bask this day in nest's warm sunlit yoke, curled cat purr, the wash of light, sitting honey-combed, wisps of breezes puffs, tui call, fleeting melody, scripting seconds of this minute, of this hour, as if a debut to knowings yet to be found in fresh rains, in sweet thoughts revealed in the baking of bread, and humblings of love, pitter, patter, nurture, nourish, in the dance of paper mache, crinkles sung, delight in spacious musings, the room fresh livened, tick of clock, faithful keeper, scent of salt.
Hi everyone, it's Poetry live from lockdown. This is Kate Kelly. I'm here in lockdown, working in healthcare. Pretty scary, but we're safe so far. Hope everyone's safe. Here's just a couple of poems. This is called My Mills and Boone. I rode up on a horse. It felt nice. I saw him. I got off the horse. He picked me up. He didn't have to walk far. We were in the forest. He took my clothes off. He tied me to a tree. The horse reared up and ran off. He banged me hard with his engorged member. He said caress 72 times, really fast, but not love. He withdrew himself. A horse appeared. He rode off and left me there. Unfortunately, I was never found. I'm missing the outside people. I'm missing seeing horses and just walking in the outside. I'm really missing it, and I hope everyone is actually doing that. Okay, here's another poem. In the jungle. You can all hum along to this one. I'm off home to have a cry wank. Can you do that? Can you concentrate? It slows things down. It elongates the process. I'll have a strong arm by the end of the week. Ha! What could the lion be a metaphor for today? What could the lion be a metaphor for today? In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sings tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sings tonight. Ooh, Wimbaway. Ooh, Wimbaway. What could the lion be a metaphor for tonight? What could the lion be a metaphor for tonight? Do you often think that shadows are people, or that the dark is even the sound of sight of animals? Do you often think that shadows are people, or that the dark is even the sound or sight of animals? In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, in the jungle. We're in the jungle, people. Keep safe. Lots of love.
Hey guys, how's it going? I miss you all terribly, and all I want to do is come back to the Thirsty Dog and give each and every one of you a nice big hug. Hope everyone's staying groovy in lockdown, and it's soon to be over. We have a week left, and yeah, I hope everyone's staying well. Thank you also to Sophie, who is organising the MC night for tonight. And yeah, much love. So I have 3 poems for you guys, and the first one is called Last Moment. 2 scrawny sons together, and I know that I am the youngest here. Haptic, we enter the station. My toffee-toothed brother, bless his idiot heart, walks with only the clothes on his back. I walk as if on a canvas, my cloth shoes peeling in chintzy tear vert from the mud outside in collars of mist. A woman saunters beside us in amethyst and wears vermilion with that purple. And she is the most beautiful sight to behold this side of state lines. Her hair is in dialogue with the wind, her beautiful dark skin and white curled ringlets, a flock of tiny birds lost in the clouds. Or could that be her voice? She is speaking detail to nobody. As my brother notes, we have stopped at the tracks. The sounds coil and uncoil, clacks of dented teeth locking and unlocking, silhouettes of bodies blocking the drifting sun, shadows arriving and stretching like newborn babies. I know that soon we will have to embrace each other and wait a little longer before he too gets taken by the wind into the distance. It's all right, he says, a parting kiss on my cheek. Then a plume of screeches and black smoke, as if he were sunlight or starlight tumbling. Thank you guys. My next poem is called Honest Eclipsed. Here it is. And she was bright, luminous, and moved like a summertime, never ending almost and hot. She had put out her first cigarette of the night 3 minutes ago, yet still I watched it drift from her, an unlimited rapture of collapsed smoke. I too wanted to dance on those lips. I too wanted to be so vaporous, yet so together at the same time, to tumble into nonchalance and be lifted, reformed against the light, and then spilled onto something as compact as concrete. I too wanted to fall without a clatter. Her eyes were always wide, and an ineffable clarity, and I mean then, because she was dancing, and I wanted so badly to dance with her, but I didn't, because everyone was watching, and that, truthfully, eclipsed in this one boundless night of broken moments, was my only rise and fall. All I needed to do was just pluck up the courage and damn well dance. Thank you guys. And this is my last poem, and this is called On Love after reading Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass, which is an amazing book and everyone should read it. The thing we call feeling is our greatest gift, and will always be forest fire and should be cautioned a hazard to communities. It should have a warning that appears on your mobile phone. Warning, warning, love poet is speaking. Take all cautionary measures to stay safe. Evacuate to the nearest receiving point. The thing that we call feeling is all gentle matters, and is kind, and is warm, like a kiss on the cheek, or a hand holding at a poetry reading by tender eyes. Drift, with me into sunrise and reveal the complexities of your verse. O sweet, ever-changing heart, bathe me in all of your quirks. The thing we call feeling is a knowledge learnt in bloom, and is mighty and will surely stay with us forever. It is worn down by generations from lover to lover. Feeling this hazard is to reawaken, to rethink, but also to discover. Cool, thank you so much, guys. Love you all. Bye.